Hello, everyone. Coming to you from Nakuru at the head offices for Tribeless Youth. We're here for a conversation about digital democracy, and we're engaging in an exchange workshop for the next one day because today was day one and tomorrow will be the final session. Most importantly, we are discussing over the findings of a survey that was done regarding the role of artificial intelligence on our politics as a country. We all know that we are moving to 2027, where a lot of traction is growing about popularity who is seen to have more numbers. And I would like to even invite you to start thinking about what do you think is going to be the role of artificial intelligence in the upcoming elections. We've already seen what has happened in the period that AI has been with us. We've seen images, we've seen even images of some roads, and it's seen that project is ongoing. So ponder with us. And you remember even the beginning of this year, 2025, we began with a workshop on misinformation and disinformation. And that even some participants were sharing during this session that some of them are afraid of consistently being on some social media platforms because they feel that hate and misinformation is being spread a lot. Have you encountered continuous misinformation, and what do you think we can do about countering and making the online space and a space where truthful information is being shared? We also engaged in a conversation about the AI policy. We know Kenya is in the process of coming up with regulation on how artificial intelligence is used. And this conversation has also unraveled other aspects, like the aspect of morality and law, sharing into some creators who use AI images to create some images of prominent people in compromising situations. How do we interpret that? Is it a legal issue or is it a moral issue? And how far should the law go in terms of regulating artificial intelligence? Do you personally think that a person who uses artificial intelligence to act abusive or act in a manner that causes disappointment or negative feeling towards the other person should be taken accountable legally, or they should just be cancelled as members of the society? We have also examined some of the laws that, especially the new computer misuse law and the KICA, the one regulating media houses and telcos. And what we're saying is we need laws that are also protecting the people, not just laws that are at some point weaponized by those in authority to control how the masses react against them. Because we've seen social media platforms especially being impactful platforms for organizing. Have you read the bill? Have you engaged in conversations? Because there are very strong penalties, actually. When you look at the bill, there are instances where if you share content that could lead somebody to suicide, then you're liable for 10 years imprisonment and 20 million shillings. There are many things that we need to even engage on this platform about the new laws that are being created against cyberbullying and the use of improper use of social media platforms. We have also engaged in a citizen journalism session where we have discussed extensively about how should creators engage with platforms, how can platforms also be regulated and be held accountable for some of the content that is promoted, and also how can social media platforms be agents of promoting our democracy, because we have also previously gotten reports that there are platforms that suppress citizen voices. You make some post and you cannot see them. I personally have experienced that. You make a post and you cannot see it in the next 2 hours. So you have to keep on tagging yourself and then and then reposting and doing all those things. What should be done to ensure that digital platforms, social media platforms are also agents of supporting our democracy? We've also looked at the agencies that are mandated with the responsibility to protect the citizen mandate. For example, the Office of the Data Protection, the Ombudsman. But one of the key observations that comes from the audience is that these offices are not fully independent and they're not fully operational in terms of regulating the content we take and protecting the rights of citizens. It's a great conversation, a lot of things, and continuously we'll continue sharing them with you and engaging in conversations. But this should be a starting point for us to reflect on how we are using social media platforms. When we engage, our clarion call is this day closes, is we should be considerate of using social media platforms. When we share content, let us think about who consumes it. Why are we sharing it? Is it factual? Have you verified that information, that it is true? Because if we've seen many people normalizing certain engagement on platforms, saying it's banter, and you remember we are just from the 16 days of activism against GBV, and we have what has been extensively discussed called the technology facilitated gender-based violence. So we also need to be careful because there are those who are using the platforms and there are those who are creating the platforms, and the users can be affected. Don't be involved in sharing fake information. Let us make our social media platforms safe and inclusive for all, and also respectful, because again, choices have consequences, and we all know that rights, when you exercise your rights, you should not also infringe on another person's right. So let us work together to ensure safer platforms. We're calling upon everyone to join us in this good work that we are doing for the society. Thank you.